Welcome back, friends. Last Guy fan, it's time for more Great Ace Attorney. And I can only assume that we're going to do a deduction with Iris, and it's going to be perfect, and I'm excited for that. So, let us go somewhere else. Wait, have we finished talking to her? Double check. Yeah, we did. Okay. He gave us a thing we're going to need for later, I'm sure. So, let us go to Baker Street. And then into the pawnbrokery, I assume. Look around. Talk to this guy. There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Windybanks. I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry, I was there. I should have done more. None of this is your fault, Bruno, so please, don't apologize. But it's the criminals who are to blame for all this, so let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yes, you're right. Now shoot her with my gun. In the face. Okay, that's... anything over here? Whoops. Alright, this note. That's what we got. We looked at it. Look at it again. 13th of April, 9 p.m. And a kitty. Can we go inside? Let's see if we can go inside. We're allowed in. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I assume what's his name's in there. 16th of April, Windybanks Pawnbrokery. Oh, motion. This is what happened then. Last night. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Boy, I heard that. Mr. Fish and Chips himself. Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I have to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gwegsy. Now look what's happened. Always been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Yeah. Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care. Yes, of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is a police job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice? Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gwegsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me if you'd like some. Glug, 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 glug. Ah, there's the crack. Ah, lovely. Very much. I really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. Converse. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina, you're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of folks who broke in here last night, have you? What the? Holy crap! And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? How? How could you? How? How could you possibly know? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes, they were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison? She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Mr. Sholmes. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, Your Ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better. Oh, of course, Your Ladyship. It'll be as right as rain before you know it. Sure. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, of course. Yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why. You'd better pray the doctor have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear, please don't die, Howie. I'll report to Your Ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theatre. Her Ladyship. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, sunshine! Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. What's the sauce, Sonny? I'm a copper and we don't go in for favoritism. But he's right, you do treat us differently. Music change. It's 'cause of those Adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories. That's why. Oh. I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson. Oh, well yes, because you're an acquaintance of Howie's. What did you write about the inspector, Iris? I don't remember really. It was one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson's the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my pay doubled! Doubled, I tell you! Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. Dear God, double pay would be amazing. All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me. And you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Holmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it. But that would never happen, Gregsy. Every month when the new Rance magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you. Yeah, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. That's sweet, sweet Coke. Glug, 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 glug. Lovely. Very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Teetotal. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? What is it? I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now. An important message? I wonder what it could be. Important message. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant. Dear Susie, is she alright? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? The Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. And she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. He's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go and see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. But I'd better head over to Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Anything here we can look at? Oh, this, at least. Alright then, let's see what we can uncover. Boy, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch nothing in here. Oh, but we were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. No touching. What's the problem, Gwegsy? Bruno's a warrior, you know that. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship, ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo has to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around. Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Kenny to sign some representation papers. It looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. Yeah, I think I would totally be... okay, I'm gonna word it poorly, but that little girl's bitch, because my salary was doubled. Doubled salary is amazing! Doubled salary! Are you kidding me? Take any job! It's even minimum wage! Double that to $30 or what was it? What's minimum wage like? $7? Double that to $14 for where you're at? If we get the minimum 15, you get the 30? Hell yeah, 30, man, look at that. I just realized, yeah, minimum wage isn't 15 yet. It's actually $11.25 for the city of San Diego. How do I leave again? Back. That's how. Yeah, move. If you work for the government. You work for the San Diego government. Lord Chief Justice's office. Susie's here. We need to go and get her. Oh, what's that? Car. Oh, motorcycle. What is Lionheart's voice again? It's something booming and, like, big, so I gotta stand up straight for this one. Sit up straight for this one. 16th of April, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is impressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. Okay, I assume it's Strongheart. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. Yep. There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. You can tell when they're speaking in English and Japanese now that I think about it. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san! Huh. What timing? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. Why did I say it weird? Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why are we talking about Miss Susato returning to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? But what about Guinea's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Oh. New assistant, Iris. Just going down in age. Whoop, converse. We can examine. Converse. What the hell, Susato? We are returning to homeland. Miss Susato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has. That's not what I meant. That's not what I asked. Huh? What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. It takes 2 months to get home, girl. What? I don't... How long did it take that message to get home, by the way? Oh no! Professor Mikotoba? I'm a guy, if I may. Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe? Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker by the day. Huh, I don't believe it! Oh, so they got a telegram. How convenient. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible. Yeah, you know, if you care about your parents, you should, you know, try to get back there. But 50 days! Wait. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. Alright, Gina's trial. We're gonna do this last case without her? Wow. So Gina has been charged? Tried to appear in court? Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Gina. Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. In all too transpicious case, the pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. He's not wasting time. Kenny would never do something like that. Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference for your fine service to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now. Of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me." There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart. Which is? It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her? A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair. Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day! Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruto. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Aren't you have packing and things to do? All she has is that dress she's wearing right now. As Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. That's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer. Move. Prison! Kenny must be very lonely, I imagine. 16th of April, local prison cell number 13. She's already broken out. Oh no, there she is. Ah! Hello again, Gina. Gun! Somebody get that out of her hands. Okay, let's take another stab at this freaking voice. Me mother was a bear. That's all I got. Everyone likes that touchstone, but I can't do anything more with it. Mother was a bear. What are you lot here for now? Oh god, that's terrible. You have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved into our faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you roll elimination that thing, don't I? Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Oh, because I've already done all the conversations. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. Something I'd like to say. What? What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Easy. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Miss Naruto believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. Whoa! What? It's my fault? Yes, so I have one final request, Gina. Before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. Okay. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. Oh. What about what you said before, Guinea? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? Oh, she did. She definitely helped with this trial. The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted. Ah! The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Doing it! Doing his voice! Huh. Will you tell us about it now? New conversation piece. The trial 2 months ago. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilder was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing, and then... Thud. I heard that loud thud. Like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilder discovered you? Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There's nothing there right now. There's no knife in him. There wasn't much light to see by, but when I looked at me hands, I had Cove's blood all over him. All over him. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood in your hands? In other words, there is no blood on this guy right now. It was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGilder started asking you questions, I suppose? Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only. That's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you? How? He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. And about what he was gonna do after the Cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. And if I did that, he said he'd let me scalp her before the copper showed up. Gina, you must tell me what she swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Oh, okay, what you saw. You said Mr. McGilder made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw? But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilder sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the cove hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see, couldn't help it. Miss Gilded heard that and dragged me out by me arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer where I'd been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. Oh, the disc. A disc? Do you mean? Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at the Windy Banks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus? Not for long. McGill spotted it right away. He picked it up smartish and stuffed it inside his pocket. So that disc, was it in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of the Mr. Mason's murder? And the bog trotter told me. I went to mutter a word of it to no one. Alright, what you heard? Because it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was McGill getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh! Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. Huh? In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilted and the victim. Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGill had claimed he slept during the carriage ride. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it. And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices. What? What were they talking about? I don't know. The sound of the horses on the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGill and the victim knew each other. So McGill was lying, as I suspected. I knew it wasn't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. When the cab came to a stop, McGill had told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 coves from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay, Mr. First. Right, and after they'd let gone, McGill had asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll only give you 10 guineas. Damn. A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was Indy Banks. The coachie snapped up the money and all, and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. But then there was no one left in the carriage. McGill had opened the box under the seat. And let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see. McGilden's conditions. What were McGilden's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything. But what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. Huh? There's more. Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said. I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me, with some small change in his mind, in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all, You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. The friend's taken me overcoat to deposit with a phone broker nearby. But whereabouts? I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. You understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right, and I'll come and fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. But hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Winterbank so it is, and you're to extend the loan before the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old friend could come along and buy it. Huh? But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. You understand each other, lass. Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me. Yes, I get it. Good, and one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers? Aye, they'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. Let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you won't? Taka taka taka. Taka taka taka. Taka taka taka. Yeah, they were right to skip that dialogue, because you don't need that. We know it came of it. I think I've gone over it all. I piked it. I piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So McGilt had planned it, and coerced Gina into giving false testimony. My whole thing is, there's no stab wound in the guy when we saw that upper image later, at the one point. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied, in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting on by together. So you mean Mr. McGilted would have... In an heartbeat. He could have had the whole lot of us chased out of there we'd wanted. And there what could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what? Oh, he's having a big operation right now, Guinea. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that. Mrs. Sato? Yes? Oh, of course. I have the representation papers here. I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer, nothing. Nothing. Oh, Guinea, she seems so lonely. Gina's representation papers have been entered into the court record. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windybanks now. Yes. And perhaps we can come back to visit Guinea when we're down there. Yeah, totally. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windy Banks. To be continued? Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. It's like, ah, crap! To be continued. Alright, perfect spot. Perfect. Perfect! And so we shall stop there. Yes, you're saving my progress. There we go. Okay. So that's the game for now. Jeez, we're at part 4, and we're still investigating. Damn, alright. I'm squeaking the chair too much. Alright, that's it. I had fun. Hope everyone watching. That's what's all about it. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.